Hello again, everybody. Along with Dick Versace and Reggie Theus, this is Chip Carey welcoming you to the America West Arena, where a couple of perfect teams battle. The 10-0 Chicago Bulls take on the 0-9 Phoenix Suns here at America West Arena. Let's take a look at tonight's Circuit City starting lineups. First, for the undefeated Bulls, Ron Harper, Michael Jordan in the backcourt, with Scottie Pippen, Luke Longley, and Dennis Rodman up front. The Bulls, the only team in the NBA with last year's starting five still intact. The Phoenix Suns, Reggie, a new-look ball club. Noticeably absent is Charles Barkley, a couple of former Houston Rockets, Sam Cassell and Robert Horry in the starting lineup.
Well, it's really difficult for Danny Ainge. He's trying to find somebody to lead this team, get some scoring out on the floor, but playing against the NBA's best defensive team, it's a real job tonight.
Yeah, Chicago comes in at a perfect 10-0. They're starting a long 7-game road trip, and Danny Ainge taking over for Cotton Fitzsimmons, who resigned just a couple of days ago, now coaching his second NBA game as a head coach. Certainly will have his hands full tonight as the Bulls continue their torrid run through the NBA. Chicago, the top scoring team, top defensive team, and the only undefeated team still left in the NBA this year. Chicago wins the opening tap. Robert Horry guards Scottie Pippen. Dennis Rodman works against Danny Manning. It's Michael Jordan working against Wesley Person. Jordan, his first shot, well off target, but the offensive rebound bounces right into Scottie Pippen's hands, and you cannot do that.
I know early at the shoot-around today, they were talking about just double-teaming Michael down there. As you see, Danny Manning with a nice little layup. That's getting the offense started early in the game. But on a defensive standpoint at shoot-around, they were going to play Michael Jordan straight up down low, and he started giving them problems. They're going to double-team him.
Oh, great give and go. Harper couldn't finish the play. Rodman back taps to Longley. Pippen, wide open three. He struggled with his shot, but he hits his first. Three-point shot of the game. Pippen 5, Suns 2 here to start. 1 minute into the game at America West Arena. The Suns have not been sharp at all. Robert Horry has not been sharp either. Three-point shot won't go. Horry on the glass, can't finish. Michael Jordan.
The Bulls are so tough because any three of the guys getting a rebound can take it up the floor and shoot it.
Michael banks it home. Michael Jordan, top scorer in the league at 28.8 a game. Knocks that one down.
Danny said at shooting practice today they want to try to make Michael shoot that fall away, but that's his shot.
Oh, look at Sam Cassell create. Couldn't finish. Thought he was hit. Derek Stafford does not make the call. Ron Harper with a travel. So you're the Phoenix Suns, Reggie. You're 0-9 on the year. You're taking on the best team in the game, and Michael Jordan tonight.
All right, look at Michael Jordan. Look at him measure. One bounce and elevate the fall away and off the glass. Danny says make him shoot the fall away, but just going right to his bread and butter.
Sam Cassell, leading scorer for the Suns, hits again.
Well, they got to have Sam doing his thing because he's the only guy.
Oh, from Jordan to Pippen.
So that's just eye contact. At the free throw line, they made eye contact, and Michael knew immediately that that pass was going to be up in the air.
That's why folks somewhat jokingly say, hey, the Bulls can win all 82 games this year. Cassell again hits the three.
I mean, it's even scary that you even think that. But hey, it's only 10 more games than they won last year.
And what's really funny about it is, talking to the Bulls before tonight's game, there's such a great deal of confidence on this team, even more confidence than the ball club that won 72 games and the NBA championship last year. There's that fall away from Jordan. There's the miss. Joe Klein the rebound. Bulls 9, Suns 7, 9:28 to play first quarter. Chicago beat this Phoenix team in their only other meeting, 97-79 up in Chicago. Scottie Pippen.
It's so difficult for the Bulls sometimes to stay in with their continuity because they can get shots so many places on the floor. You'll see the Bulls run the clock down under 6 seconds a lot because they got guys like that can take it to the hole, Chip.
Well, Danny Ainge said, let's make him shoot the fall away. That time he took it to the rack, something you say Michael doesn't really want to do a lot of.
Well, in the conversations that I've had with Michael in the summer and over the course of the year, is Michael would rather play the in-between game and not have to take that beating in the course of the year.
How many posters can you sell anybody? Sam Cassell is on fire for the Suns. He has 7 of their first 9. He didn't play the last 2 games for Phoenix, suffering from flu-like symptoms. They weren't sure if he could go tonight. but Jordan has gone to the rack again.
And that is a play off their triangle offense. It's just simple backdoor, but the eye contact again was so important with Michael and Scottie Pippen.
Wesley Person open, shoots and misses the three. Rebound Luke Longley, his third board of the ball game. 13-9, an up and down exciting tempo so far here in Phoenix.
Well, you know, if it's me, I open the game up and play if I'm the Phoenix Suns because they're having trouble all over the court. What's the difference of getting beat by 15 or 20 or 30? It's no difference as long as you guys get some confidence and play this basketball game.
Michael Jordan does it again. Look at the eye contact and then the move.
Unbelievable. I wish you could have just see his eyes on that type of play because he's looking at it and then he gives him the head motion to the bucket.
There's another backdoor cut. Longley hits Pippen. Scottie Pippen has 9, Jordan has 6. They've accounted for every single one of Chicago's points. And now Cassell called for carrying the basketball, something the league's trying to put a stop to.
Yeah, well, you don't see that call very often, and somebody's got a call from upstairs on guys carrying the ball, palming the ball. I know guys who played in this league. If they didn't palm the ball or carry it, they couldn't dribble.
15-9 the score, 7:40 left in the opening quarter here in Phoenix. The Bulls beginning a big 7-game road trip here tonight. Jordan stops, pops, too strong. Rodman, look at him work. Now Pippen open. That's short. Rodman taps again. Pippen gets the rock again.
Can I get 3?
Here's Michael. Harper swings to Scottie. He'll shoot another 3 ball. Strong and Klein the rebound.
But Chip, you see the ball movement. It's so important with the Chicago Bulls. They end up shooting a lot of their shots with 5 or 6 seconds on the clock.
Manning had it poked away. Scottie Pippen on the run right wing. 7 minutes left. Phoenix picks it off. Here comes Cassell. Suns down 6. Sam spins by Jordan. Knocked away Longley. Person the rebound. And short. Rodman has it popped away by Klein. Person second chance. Cannot hit. Boy, the Suns really struggling to score from the field.
But they have some energy level right now. They're playing some good basketball. They're getting up and down the court. They're getting good shots, so we can't complain about that. They just got to put them in the hole.
Yeah, 4 for 12 so far in the game. Jordan to miss. Rebound Manning. Back comes Phoenix. Boy, strap on the oxygen tank here early at America West. Robert Horry feeds Joe Klein. Wide open. That's something the Suns have needed.
I tell you what, that's a big shot for Joe Klein. I played with Joe in Sacramento, and a lot of times when he hits his first couple of shots, he can play this basketball game. He could be into a nice one.
He's a workhorse as Joe Klein, averaging just 3 points a game, has his first 2. Pippen cuts. Horry met him, and he gets the kind of roll. Pippen has 11 on 5 of 7 shooting. The Bulls 8 of 15 and already 10 boards. Rodman 4 of those. Danny Manning goes to work with Chicago. Front by 6. D. Manning draws the contact and the foul on the play. 5:48 to play in the opening quarter. An up and down ball game here in Phoenix as the Bulls lead by 6. To play first quarter along with Dick Versace and Reggie Theus. I'm Chip Carey. Welcome to the NBA on TBS. And partner, it's easy to see why the Chicago Bulls are 10-0 and Pippen and Michael Jordan have things going. Yeah. They're awfully tough, and when they don't, Dennis Rodman gobbles up all the rebounds.
There's no question. They can come at you so many different ways. I mean, the second leading scorer on this team is their 6th man. That shows you exactly what's going on with this team.
And how about the Phoenix Suns, down only 6 despite losing their first 9 ball games. A lot of energy, getting good shots. They're not dropping yet, though.
Hey, you know, this pace is right now flowing well for them. I love the way they're playing. They're not making a lot of their shots, but at least they're showing some effort. And Danny said that they just want to compete. They don't want anybody to come in here and think that they can just run over them.
And look at this Chicago team. I mean, they've won by an average of almost 20 points a game. They're scoring 103, only 14 turnovers, 27 assists. I mean, that's an amazing total for any ball club. And Chicago playing with so much more confidence. They feel they can win more than 72 ball games.
Chip, I tell you, another staggering stat is Chicago shoots 48% from the field, and their opponents are shooting 40%. Unbelievable.
Danny Manning made both free throws for the Suns. He has 4 now. It's 17-13 Chicago. How dominating are the Bulls? Well, their opposition even shooting 64% at the free throw line, so they intimidate you there, too. 6 to shoot now for Luke Longley. 5:28 to play in the quarter. 3 to shoot for Longley, 2 to shoot. And a 3-second call, and the Phoenix Suns with some rare defense. Quickly, let's go to Dick Versace for an update. Hello, Dick.
Well, the coaches for the Chicago Bulls were saying to the players, hey, look, let's not run so much isolation. Let's get into the cutting, and let's run the court with this team. They're trying to run us. That's it, guys. Back to you.
All right, Dick, thanks. That's what Reggie said he thought Phoenix ought to do.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, another thing they're doing a fairly good job of is they're taking care of the boards, because that's where you have to get the ball. You can't run without the ball.
Here's Ron Harper. 5 minutes to play in the first. Bulls by 4. Rodman packed in front of the Chicago bench. Robert Horry is called for the foul.
Chip, it's always amazing to me to watch the Chicago Bulls. They got, you know, 2 great scorers, but this is a team that never plays on just one side of the court. They swing the ball from one side. They get weak side action. They got cutters. There are so many things going on in this triangle offense. It just must be a joy to be on the floor with Michael and Scotty and be able to get into this offense.
Cassell, Horry, and Person to the bench for Phoenix. Rex Chapman just checked in and fouled Michael Jordan, and he can't believe that call. That's his first and the 3rd team foul on the Suns. Nash and Michael Finley also enter the game for Phoenix. Jordan goes to the line. He gets there a lot, as you know.
Well, it's a real smart move on Michael Jordan's part. Rex Chapman just checking into the basketball game. He's a little bit cold. The game's up and now. Everybody's got a nice sweat going. Give me the ball. Let me take the fresh guy off the dribble. And Rex did it basically what you thought he might do coming in the game, cold. He fouled him on the jump shot. That is a no-no.
Pippen and Jordan have scored all 18 points thus far for Chicago. Make it 19. 8 for Michael, 11 for Pippen. 4:55 left. Now the Bulls apply the backcourt pressure, and they almost got the turnover.
And the reason they applied this pressure and put the backcourt, because Nash and Rex Chapman are in the ball game handling the rock right now.
Rodman rips down his 6th rebound. Bulls on the run. Here comes Michael. Tongue dangling, met by Nash. He stopped the break. Now the Bulls set it up in the half court. Michael, there's that fall away, but it's all bottom. Well, it's a shame when you get what you want defensively and the guy still makes the shot. Bulls by 8.
Well, I don't know if that's exactly what you want. To me, you know.
Here's Finley. Suns' 6th man knocks it down. Finley, a 6'7" performer out of Wisconsin. He's their top bench scorer at almost 14 a game. He's led them in scoring 3 times in the last 5 outings.
And easily their most talented player on the floor.
Bulls by 6 and with the ball. 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Here's Luke Longley. Lost the rock. Joe Klein the steal. Here comes Finley and the Suns. He'll take it to the center of the floor and commit the offensive foul.
Now, Michael Finley receives the ball from Joe Klein in the backcourt and ends up beating the entire Phoenix Suns team down court. He's playing against 4 other guys. Look at the effort by Michael Finley, but where are the other white shirts? 4 Bull shirts, 1 white shirt. Danny
Ainge hot over that call. 3:40 to play. Bulls by 6. And now an offensive foul called against Luke Longley, an illegal screen. That is his first. And a turnover for Chicago. Already 6 Bulls turnovers, but the Suns have scored just 2 points. Got to take advantage of the mistakes, the rare mistakes Chicago makes. Again, they average just 14 turnovers a game coming in. Nash to Finley. Long-range 3. Good!
Nice drive and kick. A classic NBA basketball play. Nash seeing the floor well.
Nash, 15th pick in the draft out of Santa Clara. 21-18 Bulls, and Pippen hits again.
See, I love the Bulls. They got the secondary break. They got an early offense. They have so many ways to come at you. Pippen across the top of the key. Easy 16-foot jumper.
And Pippen and Jordan have all 23 Chicago points. 3 minutes left. Nash got a great screen and goes to the bank.
Oh, he broke him down.
He's a scrappy little player. He's listed at 6'3". If he's 6'3", I'm 7 feet tall.
He almost made Harper come out his Nikes.
Michael Jordan against Chapman hits again.
Okay, now early in the game, they said they were going to play Michael straight up on the post. Michael's hitting that fall away. They're going to have to start running their red defense, which is a double team when Michael gets down on the post and scoring position.
Nash on the cut. Couldn't hit it. Partially blocked by the Bulls. Here's Pippen. Runs into Manning, and the blocking foul on Dan. Manning called with the block, but the Suns making a ball game out of it here in Phoenix. 25-20 your score. Look at Nash find Finley for the wide open three. We'll be right back.
Starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls.
Can't beat a job like this. You get to sit courtside every night, watch the world's best athletes. What I try to do is just add a little twist of my own to the game.
Tony Kukoc, down it.
I like the individual play. I'm sort of a highlight guy.
Here comes Superman, Michael Jordan.
I've got the best job in the world. Well, maybe I've got the second best job in the world.
Beginning next winter, and for every championship season to follow, a new network dedicated to covering sports as never before. From CNN and Sports Illustrated comes CNN SI, the 24-hour sports news network.
Vince Giuliani back here at the TBS studios, showing you a sensational finish with Seattle and Washington at US Air Arena. The Sonics came in with an 8-game win streak. Bullets took them to double overtime, and there, the glove taking over. The shot over Rod Strickland and one, 111-107 Sonics. Then Peyton driving to the hole. The streak lives, now at 9, but it wasn't easy. 115, 110 in 2 overtimes. Peyton had 31 in the game, Kemp 34 for Seattle. And let's head back to America West and Chip and Reggie Reg.
There are so many guys that can handle the ball in Chicago. You got your power forward handler, you give it to your small forward, and as unselfish as he is, is there any question that he wasn't going to give it back to Rodman for the baby dunk?
Well, the Bulls riding Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. They have all 25 of the Bulls' points. They've taken 17 of the 18 Chicago shots. Now Tony Kukoc and Steve Kerr into the ballgame.
But that is indicative to how the Bulls play, Chip. You know, in some games it's somebody else. This game, it's Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen doing all the work offensively. It's not uncommon for Michael to go scoreless and then Luke Longley gets 16 in the first quarter.
AC Green playing his 823rd straight game. Just checked in. Got 2 rebounds and a lay-in.
And that's what they got to have. Nash penetrating, making the defense pick him up, giving it off. Nice play. AC Green being the recipient.
Bulls up 3 with the ball under 2 minutes now. Steve Kerr finds Kukoc. Second leading scorer for Chicago. Can't hit that shot. Green his 3rd board. Here come the Suns. Now just 3 here in the first. And now Joe Klein with an illegal screen. Look at Danny Ainge. Klein picks up his 2nd personal foul. Well, friends, a reminder for you, Friday on TNT, a great matchup of young point guards. Rod Strickland's Bullets take on Allen Iverson's 76ers. Then Tuesday on TNT, the Blazers and Rockets battle. Wednesday here on TBS, game 1 of a doubleheader. Lakers and Celtics, game 2 has the Heat at the Clippers. And now Rex Chapman called for the foul and the tee as he tries to check Michael Jordan.
Well, he's got a little bit of a problem. Michael Jordan isolating Rex Chapman on the right side of the floor. Rex basically opened up and let him go. Look at the isolation. There's no chance of guarding Michael Jordan out on the floor like that. And he did slap down on the ball, and 90% of the time referees will tell you if you slap down on the ball and catch any part of the ball in hand, it's going to be a foul on you. I'm surprised he got that upset.
Steve Kerr knocks down the free throw. Steve Kerr making a homecoming of sorts, playing college ball in Arizona.
Steve, a heck of a shooter, but I'm looking at the isolation again with Michael Jordan. The one thing as a player I was told this many times trying to guard Michael is when you isolate you, don't let him go baseline. That's the side. You want to push him back toward the defense. Make him go to his left if you have to do something with Michael Jordan.
Working on Derek Stanford in this case. He's learned that part of the game pretty quick, hasn't he?
Well, heck, he did it all the time as a player. What's the difference? You just can't say certain type of things anymore.
Right. Usually when it's whatever you say is followed by you get in trouble.
Yeah, right.
1:17 left. Tony Kukoc fouls AC Green. That's his first. Well, this kid Steve Nash comes in and makes things happen. He's really provided a spark for the Suns.
Well, the Bulls applying a little bit of backcourt pressure. This is one thing, an area that Danny was very concerned about, the Bulls and their defensive pressure, especially with Nash and Chapman out there on the floor.
Yeah, they call it letting the Dobermans out. Finley open short on the 3. Rebound right into Pippen's breadbasket. Here comes Michael. Back to Scotty Nash, trailing the play. Great hustle, but he had to foul to stop the deuce.
Well, this kid has come in the game and start making some things happen. That is a very good play. No layups. Make him go to line and earn it. Unselfish play, Chicago, with the two-man game. You know Scotty's getting it back, but look at Nash on the hustle. And you know we got a bad angle on that for us, but hey, it was very close to getting all ball.
Well, Scottie Pippen.
And see, that's why, Chip, you make that effort. Scottie Pippen missed one of those free throws. Other than that, it's a slam dunk. You get a little TV time and a replay.
TV time, so important. 1:04 left. Jordan to the bench for Chicago. He departs with 14 of Chicago's 28 points. Michael, a mere 5 for 9 from the field in 11 minutes.
Now, this is a very interesting lineup for the Phoenix Sun. You got Cassell, Nash, and Chapman all out on the floor at the same time. That's an indication that Danny really wants to get up and down the court. He's got his best ball handlers on the team in the game.
Scotty missed them both. Did Kukoc push off? Yes, he did.
And that one little hustle play by Nash turns into a very, very good play. Not only did he stop a sure basket, he gets them another team foul.
And that sends the Suns to the free throw line as the Bulls are over the limit now with 1:04 to play in the first quarter. Chicago 28, Phoenix 22. Again, Jordan and Pippen have scored all but one Chicago point. Now you have to wonder, with Michael on the bench, can Scotty continue that pace? And if not, who else is going to start scoring for the Bulls?
Well, just remember, their second leading scorer comes off the bench, number 7, Tony Kukoc, who's in the ball game now. This team has no lack of scorers. I mean, they got guys. I mean, Harper can score, Kerr can hit the three. You know, even Rodman, under certain circumstances and situations, can get you some points. So I don't think there's any problem or they have any question that there's enough scoring out on the floor right now.
Finley knocks them both down. He's got 7 in the period, all off the bench. Chicago's lead now 4. They once led by 8. Suns have never led in the game. Pippen double team. Kerr bounce pass to Harper. They swing it to Kukoc. Oh, he passed up the open jumper. Kerr won't do that. Knuckleball won't fall. Kukoc, uncontested rebound, laid it in. Nobody challenged Kukoc on that play, and he had an easy lay-in. Bulls 30, Suns 24. Nash hands off on the baseline. Finley reverses.
Oh, very sweet. Nash again. Finley gets the nice crip, but Nash creating stuff on the floor. He is in the flow of this ball game.
4th assist for the rookie out of Santa Clara. 26 seconds left. Suns would love a stop here, trailing by just 4. Steve Kerr handles, floats it up for 2. Got none. Pippen though on the glass. Met by Cassell, banks it in. Boy, that's got to be frustrating. You reward yourself with the stop, but then you can't rebound the ball and you give up 2 more points. Finley lets it rip for 3. He got none. Suns could have held for the final shot and didn't. Now the Bulls will. Chicago by 6. Pippen for 3. Got it.
Woo! Just like the book says.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Pippen and Jordan unstoppable in the first quarter. They scored 29 and Chicago's 35. Pippen on fire, 8 of 11 from the floor. After 1 at America West, Chicago 35, Phoenix 26.
You gotta get me out of here. Any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the expressed written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
Oh, you think Phoenix Suns? You think Kevin Johnson? KJ, how's the injury?
Much better. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting back out and helping my team before Thanksgiving.
Well, Danny Ainge told me, he says, you're the best player they have on the team. He's anxious to get you back, and he's going to play you a lot.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I think that's why I've taken the extra time out. We're 0-9. We're playing a solid first quarter, but we think we're a lot better team than our record indicates.
All right, you said you're going to retire after this year. Any way that you can be talked into playing another year?
I don't think so. I don't think my body could hold up.
Maybe?
I don't think so.
Never say never.
That's right. Never say never. I'll give you that one.
Okay. All right, back to Chip and Reggie.
Okay, Dick, thank you very much.
Way to needle him, Dick.
You know, Danny Ainge said quite simply, KJ's our best player. It's tough to win when your best player's hurt.
You know, and he really does want to get back out on the court, but he's smart at his age with the problems that he's had, you know, to take that extra time.
As you see, Jordan and Pippen have carried the Bulls in the first quarter, 32 of their 35 points. They were 13 of 20 from the floor. Another subplot. Chicago out rebounds Phoenix 17-7. Rodman has 7 boards. The Suns have 7 boards in the first 12 minutes.
Well, the Suns have to be very happy with the way things are turning out right now for them.
Wayman Tisdale just checked into the ball game, took the shot, missed it. AC Green fouled by Ron Harper. First foul on Harper, first on the Bulls here in the second quarter. And again, Reggie, the Suns executing well, getting good shots, but they're not dropping. And again, that's been their big problem all season long. One of the worst shooting teams in the league.
And Chip, when you add 7 new players, a little bit of inconsistency and concern and how guys are conforming to the city, it has to play a part. Wayman Tisdale, a great scorer down in that position with a little nice left hand across the middle. That short jumper he missed just before that is one of his nice best shots.
Tony Kukoc, second round pick by the Bulls. 11:24 left. Ron Harper well off target. AC Green hauls in another rebound. Here comes Sam Cassell. Suns on the run. Bounce past Green in traffic. Oh, stolen away by Pippen. He lost it though. And AC Green fouled again inside. Phoenix starting to get a few bounces going their way.
Well, that's a nice run. You had 2 Phoenix players running for that basketball. That pass was actually intended for Robert Horry, but Green was running so hard he was able to snag it and make some things happen underneath the basket. Great effort by Pippen, but Green with the gimme back.
AC, as you see, playing 823 ball games consecutively.
AC Green really struggling from the free throw line, shooting only 33%. That's incredible.
Missed them both.
I guess not.
You never missed 2 free throws in a row, did you?
Maybe a couple of times. But I played back when it was 2 to make 3.
Yeah, that's right. Get that extra
or 3
chance.
to make 2. Or 3 to make 2, sorry. The hat trick.
1 minute gone by, second quarter. Chicago's up 7. Kukoc looking to get on track. If he's that wide open, he will do that.
A smart player. Pippen goes off the pick and sees that both players went with him. He knew Kukoc was sitting up there by himself. So many ways that they can score. We ought to write a song.
You have my blessing. Bulls have their biggest lead, 9 points. Tisdale goes to work. Made away with left hand. Too strong. Pippen hauls in the rebound. Scotty now with 5 boards. Up ahead to Kukoc. Silky left-hand jumper. Rodman on the glass. How does he do that?
Well, you know, first of all, when you're down there and you're Michael Finley with Dennis Rodman, what do you do? Try to out-jump him? No, you get him off the lane.
Tisdale bodied up. Rodman that time missed the shot. Coach brings it back. There was some talk this year, Reggie, about making Tony Kukoc the point guard of this Bulls team.
Well, I played against Tony over in Europe when he was playing for Benetton, and he did play point guard at that point.
Ron Harper inside, missed it short, got the miss back. Kukoc in traffic, fouled by Tisdale, and again, the Bulls just creaming the Suns on the offensive glass. Now both teams reload. Jordan in for the Bulls, Manning and Person back for Phoenix.
See the defense, both of them make a bad decision and go with Pippen, but Pippen automatic back to Kukoc. Just a nice play. Pippen is so unselfish. You really just have to love the way this man is playing basketball.
Yeah, he said something I thought terrific the other day. Old Jordan, no look feed to Rodman, couldn't find its way into Dennis's hands, and he's upset. Pippen said, I don't care what my numbers are, I just want to win ball games.
Hey, if my teammates are happy and we're winning, I'm happy.
Rebounding the story so far, Chicago grabs another. Here's Michael Jordan at the half court. Boy, this is an offensive ball club right now. Pippen, Jordan, Kukoc, and Kerr on the floor, and Dennis Rodman to grab the rebounds if they miss.
Well, Chip, it's interesting is the Bulls are in constant motion. When they come down, sure, Kukoc has the ball, but he's not looking to go one-on-one. He's looking for cutters, and there's about 3 or 4 of them every single time on every offensive set.
Tony wide open in the corner against Manning. Short. Finally, the Suns grab a rebound. Chicago's up 11, their biggest lead. Finley finds Manning. But the pass sails out of bounds. Manning thought he was held on the play.
So many times as a point guard, you think that the players are leaning one way and they're leaning the other way. Their emotion is going the opposite way of what you're thinking.
Phoenix takes a timeout. Chicago leads it 39-28. 9:11 to play in the first half.
This Friday, see who dropped.
All right, Dennis Rodman right here in the middle of the floor, running hard, and with him being such a great rebounder, look at the white shirts right there. Nobody puts a body on him. Dennis Rodman loves that fingertip tap. You gotta put a body on Dennis Rodman underneath there if you're Michael Finley or Wayman Tisdale.
Already 9 rebounds for Dennis Rodman. The Worm already with 20 rebounds in a game 3 times this season for Chicago. So he gets his first rest of the ball game. 9:11 to play until halftime. Chicago inbounds the ball ahead 39-28. Their biggest lead. Suns have Cassell, Person, Ori, Finley, and Manning. Chicago with Kukoc, Pippen, Kerr, Jordan, and Jason Caffey, number 35. Jordan finds Caffey. Wide open. Can't hit. Sam Cassell rebounds. He's been everywhere for the Suns tonight. That's his first rebound. But Sam, 7 points. Danny Manning. Good drive. Oh, that ball almost pulled away by Caffey, but they missed it anyway. 8.5 to play in the quarter. The lob again. Pippen hits. And Kukoc, the waiter, serves it up.
Oh, no call on the play. That was nothing but body contact.
Pippen already with 20 in the game.
That is the 4th time the Chicago Bulls have backdoored the Phoenix Suns.
Robert Horry spins. Kukoc flops, and Robert lays it in. His first field goal of the game. And Reggie, if this Suns team is going to start winning ball games, Robert Horry's got to get going.
Robert Horry is having a really tough start here. It's been tough for him. He's having some problems adjusting to the Phoenix area, but he has to play.
Sam Cassell, Finley to follow. Well, you had a suggestion for him. Maybe go get a new set of golf clubs.
Say, man, the brother don't golf. Yeah, that's what they do here.
Michael hits again. 16 for Jordan, and it's looked very easy. The assist from Kukoc. 43-32. Suns have the ball but trail here. 7:30 to play, second quarter. Nick Versace, Reggie Theus, Chip Carey with you tonight on TNT.
I tell you what, the Phoenix Suns are playing some good basketball. They're taking the ball to the hole. They're trying to get the short jumpers, but they're giving themselves a chance, and I like that. Going to the hole always gives you great opportunities to get to the line, get your game in the flow, and get the team back on their heels a little bit.
Sam Cassell out, as we mentioned earlier. He's missed the last couple of games for the Suns with the flu, so that might be one reason why Danny Ainge is bringing in Steve Nash so frequently in the ballgame, but also because Nash has been very productive for him.
Well, one of the things that Danny was talked about, I asked him about, what could he want out of this ballgame. He said, Reggie, just for the guys to play hard and to let the Bulls know that they're in this game.
Now the Bulls start to tighten the screws defensively. Every pass contested, every cut, every screen contested.
Well, I think that the Suns have a little confidence right now. They're playing with a little emotion, and this kid Nash is making some things happen for him.
Time to shoot for Nash. Oh, crossover dribble, gave it up. In the lane, there's a turnover.
That's one of the times. Look at him on the floor. He's all over the place right now. But that could be one of the times he probably should have looked to shoot instead of look for the pass. A little bit too much that time.
Nash guilty of his second personal foul.
But you definitely can't fault the effort.
7:01 left until halftime. Bulls shooting 50%, Suns 39%. Chicago huge edge on the boards. Although Chicago has been somewhat sloppy, the Suns have not taken advantage. Just 5 points off of those 7 turnovers. Jordan with a miss. Nash gets the rebound, tapped to him by Caffey. Ahead it comes to Finley. The catch, the cut, the fall away, short. Rebound back, tap to Person. Phoenix resets now. Crowd trying to find something to roar about here. The Suns down 11 points. And they turn it over again. Here comes Kukoc. Nobody meets him. And Person knocks it out of bounds.
Kukoc not really sure what he wanted to do that time. Stop and shoot or look for the open guy. Sometimes you have to just stop and put it in the hole.
Kukoc, the inbound to Jordan. Partially blocked. And the Suns come away with it. Now Nash. He'll pull up and pop. Where's that been in the NBA this year?
I tell you what, not enough guys come off the break and stop and shoot that 15-footer. Too many of them are stopping and settling for the 22-footer. It's a great play.
Halfway home here, second quarter. Bulls 43, Suns 34. Randy Brown operates against Nash, and Nash with a hand check now picks up his third foul.
Nash a little bit overzealous on that particular play, but on the other end, you know, Nash coming down, look where he is when he pulls up. It's so important to be able to hit that. I know for me, it added about 6 points to my game. The coach said, Reggie, you shoot 80% from the free throw line. When you come on the break, stop and shoot your jumper.
Chicago takes timeout. They've been hitting a lot of jumpers tonight. They're up 9.
Nuts. Perhaps I could be of some assistance.
Maybe there is no intelligent life out there after all.
Okay, claws and wings in here. All right.
Space Jam, rated PG. Now playing at a theater near you.
He's having a great game, breaking people down, going to the hole. You know, look at this hustle play. The kid has been all over the floor and giving it up nicely to his teammates. You have to love the fact that he can pull up and shoot the jumper too. He's having a nice outing so far for the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, Reggie, you and Dick Sold, you probably drove Ashes at one point in your driving career.
All right.
Young man having a good ball game so far, but he's in foul trouble. He's got 3 already. 5:53 to go in our second quarter. Pippen and Jordan, 15 of 24 from the floor for Chicago. The rest of the team just 3 out of 14. Now the Bulls turn it over. Finley goes, could not hit. Had the break, couldn't finish the play. That sums up the Phoenix season so far, and then Longley at the other end gets a 3-point opportunity.
It does sum it up pretty nicely. Finley making a great defensive move, putting the move on Michael Jordan. I think he was out just a little bit too far. And look at this. Give me that, big fella. Michael Jordan making a nice effort here, but Finley, show it to him, and then with the nice little scoop. Again on the other end. The Bulls cutting to the bucket. Michael Jordan unselfish, getting Luke Longley the bucket and the free throw.
Longley with 3 points for Chicago. 5:30 left. Bulls up 12. Their biggest lead once was 13. Here comes Danny Manning. He finds Finley. Catches, stops, and hammer time. Oh, baby, he exploded to the rack.
Ooh, Michael Finley taking it to the cup. Oh, I like it.
Longley, great pass to Jordan.
And the Bulls, right back at you.
Yeah, that triangle offense just picking apart the Suns. Sam Cassell answers at the other end.
But I tell you what, the Suns are in the flow of this ball game. They're not waiting on the Bulls to just take control of this game. They're taking it to the Bulls also.
Yeah, they play with heart. They play with emotion. Getting good shots, executing well.
And this has to be a direct influence of Danny Ainge. He was a scrappy player. I talked to him about it, and he said the one thing he's not going to be able to do with his guys not coming out here and showing some heart.
Manning to work against Longley. He's pushed, can't finish the play. Luke Longley is called for the foul. That's his second. Danny Ainge strikes me as a player who played with a tremendous amount of pride. And it has to sting your pride as a player when you're 0-9 and playing dreadful basketball, and quite honestly, that's what's happened here in Phoenix.
Well, he knows that, you know, the team is going to struggle and that they have been struggling, but the thing that's been bothering him most is the lack of heart and the lack of toughness out there. And it's the one thing that I want to do early is really just show the guys or make them get after the ball, make them get on the ground, get some floor burns, and just play and have fun. This game is supposed to be fun.
Well, it's not fun when you're 0-9, not fun when you have players like Rod Williams, Kevin Johnson, Mark Bryant injured. Those players very important as far as the Suns are concerned. They're hopeful of getting KJ and Bryant back within the next couple of weeks. 50-40, Chicago the lead. Kukoc spins by Ori. Wide open, Randy Brown, well short air ball. And Manning the rebound. Back come the Suns, ahead to Finley. He'll take it to the rack on Longley, and he'll hit a dandy.
What body control. Draw the contact, lean in, and pull it back with the right hand off the window.
Sweet move. Yeah, 15 for Finley. Randy Brown now operates the point. Scottie Pippen set to come back. Jordan fires, spins it off the cup. Cassell couldn't handle the rebound. Bulls come up. Back to to Brown. Wide open, Kukoc, 3. And the Suns give Chicago some more offense.
Well, you definitely can't give the Chicago Bulls a couple of chances at scoring.
.327 left. Cassell fouled in the act. Brown got it.
Michael Finley, great athleticism. Look at him lean in. And the little kisser off the glass. That's just great body control.
Phoenix outscoring the Bulls off the bench. Finley has 15 of those points. The only problem is Pippen and Jordan have 38.
But that's okay, you know, because they're still in the hunt of this ball game. And as long as they can maintain contact, the Bulls have to play their players and not go to the bench, and nobody gets a rest.
Yeah, right.
You know, one of the things that Phil said is that it's just been great, the fact that he's been able to play 9 or more players for 10 minutes or more in minutes and giving his guns a rest. And that's going to have to help them down the middle of the season and at the end.
3:15 left. Jordan takes it to Finley. Ball fake. Oh, Michael Jordan has 20. He and Pippen have 40 of Chicago's 55 at the 3-minute mark of the second quarter.
But they keep allowing Michael to receive the ball right in that 15-foot mark, and that's just money for him.
Klein gives it back to Finley, who hands to Cassell. 3-point shot, well short. Finley tries to knock it to a teammate. It's out of bounds to Chicago. Bulls get it back here. Up a dozen. Chicago lost in Phoenix last year. The Suns have had good luck against Chicago here.
They've beaten them 5 out of the last 6 times, basically. Another offensive rebound for Chicago. Rodman all over the place.
Longley goes to work. In fact, that loss for Chicago. First time all year they lost back-to-back games. Rodman, another offensive board. Pippen rims off a 3.
Rodman was already running back with his hands in the air talking about 3 on that one.
Manning open and hits. Well, the Suns have been able to rebound. They've been able to get something going offensively. But the problem is Chicago out-rebounding them by 11, 29-18, and they're killing them on the offensive glass.
But they're still hanging in this game, and that's got to give them great confidence. The in-between game, Robert Horry, Sam Cassell, and Nash making it happen for him.
Nice job there by Finley to body up Rodman and just pull him out of the way. 1:47 left. Phoenix down 10, looking to cut into the Chicago lead here late. Horry for 3. Back iron, won't fall. Brown the rebound, long run out. Horry tried to knock it away from Pippen, could not. Scotty waits for the cavalry to come. And now Brown and Rodman argue with Billy Oakes. And Chicago coughs it up. Coming up on the Nike Halftime Report, Vince Cellini and Cheryl Miller will update the health of Akeem Olajuwon, along with highlights of the Sonics, Bullets, and Pistons Celtics as Seattle and Detroit try to continue their winning ways. That's coming up on our Nike Halftime Report, which is 1 minute and 28 seconds from now. Bulls up 10, Suns with the ball. If you're looking for moral victories, down 0-9. Phoenix hanging in here against Chicago certainly has to be one of them. Joe Klein.
And the way that they're doing it with some solid running, some solid efforts by a couple of individuals, and they're just out playing basketball. This is what they need to do.
1 minute to play in the period.
Now the key is, in the past, Chicago has been a bear in the third quarter.
Right. So you want to stay as close as you can. Brown hits again. He's given them a lift off the bench. Randy Brown out of New Mexico State has a couple of field goals. Bulls by 12. It's as quiet in here as I think I've ever heard.
But if they get anything to cheer about, you know they'll be there.
Rodman another rebound. Already 12 in the game for Dennis. He's taken just one shot. 57-45. Oh, Pittman knocks down another. He's got 23. Pippen and Jordan have 43 of the Bulls' 60, and it's the biggest Chicago lead. Finley fouled, could not hit.
Michael Finley just taking it to the cup. I really like this kid's basketball game. He's got a nice little jumper around 12, 15 feet, but when he gets inside the paint, he can do so many things with the basketball. shooting right-handed, left-handed. Tremendous young player.
Third Suns rookie last year to score 1,000 points in his first season. Walter Davis and Alvin Adams, the other two. Don't forget next week's NBA action here on TBS and TNT. Friday on TNT, the Sixers take on the Bullets. Then Tuesday night, the Blazers and the Rockets battle. Back at you Wednesday here on TBS with the Lakers and the Celtics in game one of a doubleheader. Game two has the Heat matching up with the Los Angeles Clippers. Both free throws drop there for the Suns. Finley having himself a whale of a half. 17 points. 60-47, Chicago the lead. Michael open and he hits again. You just get the impression, Reggie, that Chicago just toying with the Suns like a cat playing with a mouse.
And I tell you what, Michael Finley had some nice defensive body effort there. He's moving his feet. He had it all going, but it was one problem. He was going against Michael Jordan.
Wesley Person can't hit the three. Rodman rebounds. Cassell, that's good if it goes. Short. And that's the end of our first half of play. Chicago scores 62, the Suns 47. Pippen and Jordan a huge half. Michael with 22, Scotty with 23. But give the Suns credit. They're within shouting distance at halftime here at America West.
Testing the new Eagle Talon TSI today is Sharon, a professional driving instructor. Ready? Let's go.
Talon's all-wheel drive's great for this maneuver.
Make sure.
Point lead at the break. And we're back here with the NBA on TBS, and this is the Nike halftime report. We welcome you where we cut loose the swoosh. I'm Vince Giannini, joined by Cheryl Miller, and let's get on a story that we've been kind of following all night. The news on Rocket Center Hakeem Olajuwon much more positive than it was a night ago. Olajuwon suffering an irregular heartbeat last night at halftime of the Rockets Timberwolves game. Taken to Houston's Methodist Hospital, he'll remain there until Thursday morning. Hakeem underwent elective cardioversion, shock to the heart, according to the team, and responded well. The heartbeat is back to normal. He'll undergo more testing upon release. He's expected to miss up to a week, meaning other Rocket big people have to step up and help.
I feel confident that Kevin could come in and give us a lift, and so can Charles and Othello.
Yeah, I'm going to be in the starting lineup, go out and do what I've been doing all these years. That's what it's all about. We have 12 men on the team, so I have to step up, and the other guys have to step up.
So, Cheryl, Kevin, and Othello, those guys have to step up. Now, what does this mean strategy-wise for the Rockets?
Well, you know, first of all, you don't replace Hakeem Olajuwon. Short term, this team has to get it done on the defensive end as well as offensively. But, of course, Kevin Willis has to stay out of foul trouble. Matt Bullard will have to come in, knock down the threes, and Othello Harrington, the rookie, will really have to put in some quality minutes.
All right, let's talk about some guys who were on the floor tonight in a sensational matchup. We light the lights, and maybe the finest game of the season played in our nation's capital this evening. Seattle was riding an 8-game win streak, came blowing through Washington, appeared to have this game well in hand until the Bullets hit their target repeatedly in the final minutes. What a sensational game. Very entertaining. The Bullets in that circa 1978 throwback uniforms. Meanwhile, Shawn Kemp in any jersey, outstanding. And this is just a montage of tremendous shots by Shawn Kemp, who had 23 in the first half alone. Outstanding. We zoom you to the fourth quarter, and Juwan Howard coming up with a rebound, then this all-in-one motion to his boy, Chris Webber, with the dunk, 81-72 Washington. 9 seconds left. Part of an 18-5 run for the Bullets. They were down 3. Chris Webber knocking down a three-pointer, sends this thing into overtime. In the first OT, Bullets down 2, final seconds, but Howard not there. C-Web to clean up. We go to a second overtime, and there, Gary Payton doing big-time damage. Basket and the foul, and the Sonics go on to win this game, 115-110 in 2 overtimes. They win their 9th straight the hard way. Bullets' 3rd loss in overtime. Murasan did not play in this game because of the flu. Seattle outscores Washington 8-3 in the key second overtime. Sonics try for 10 straight in Boston on Friday. All right, Detroit and Boston at the Fleet. Doug Collins having to like this. Hill comes up with a steal and a good finish. You want more, Grant Hill? Okay. He'll finish off a big run at the end of the first quarter, calmly hitting the three-pointer. And everybody scoring for the Pistons in this game. Even Lindsey Hunter elevating there. 22 off the bench for him. Detroit 9-1 now. Their best start since the 70-71 season. Hill 23, 5, and 3 assists in just 30 minutes. The Pistons won 5 straight now. They're 5-0 on the road. Indiana was looking for a third win of the season at Philadelphia. Again, Iverson nursing the separated left shoulder, not playing. Pacers playing. Reggie Miller, the finish on the break. Pacers up by 5 in the third quarter. Fourth now, Derek Coleman. DC large! Going in strong. Pacers are still up by 5. Then the rookie Eric Dampier, who got the start for the Pacers, missing there, but good hustle by the kid. Picks the ball up, puts it back. 89-79 there, 103-92. The final numbers. Reggie Reg with 22. No, that's Reggie Theus. This is Reggie Miller with 22. Dampier in his first start, as we said, 15 and 10 rebounds. No Iverson, but Derek Coleman, 21 and 12 rebounds in the losing effort. Moving on, Knicks and Hornets. This is the game you saw earlier tonight on TBS, and the Knicks finally lose one on the road. Vlade broke out with 23 points, 13 rebounds. Mace, 25 rebounds and 4 assists to hurt his old team. Bill Fitch trying not to lose number 1,000, and he won't tonight. 93-81, the Clippers a winner. Lloyd Vaught, 20. First win in San Antonio since 1989. They lost 14 straight there. That's quite a long losing streak. Of course, 999 losses, that's a lot of losses, but that's another story. The story here tonight, Sonics and the Bullets. And Cheryl, what does this mean for both the clubs?
Well, if you're Jimmy Lynam, you don't want to see another overtime game because you lost 3 in a row. The team is a young team, but if I'm Coach Lynam, I have to be wondering, C. Webb scores in the second overtime 10 points, second overtime doesn't touch the ball. Got to be concerned about that. If I'm Coach Carl, I'm looking at the fact that Gary Payton and Sean Kemp combined 65 points, but this is the second time that I've allowed a team to get back in after establishing a huge lead.
Well, just for us, you know, innocent bystanders, tremendous game to watch tonight. All right, we break down the Nike halftime report, but we're coming back here with a man who's larger than life in L.A. That's Shaq. Facing the mailman, no deliveries right here. We got highlights coming up.
The world is a magical place, and one camcorder captures it like no other. Only this Panasonic camcorder has a 16:1 optical zoom, a motion sensor for automatic recording, a full-size 4-head system for brilliant pictures, and tapes that play in your VCR. Only Panasonic gives you all these features. Now get a $25 rebate on select models for a limited time.
You know, working at AutoZone is more than just looking up parts or ringing up sales. Most of all is listening. Because my customers know more about their cars than I'll ever know. They know every rattle by heart. I mean, that car is their baby. So when they got a problem they're gonna fix themselves, I'm gonna do my best to help them get whatever they need, no matter what it takes. Because people like that, they don't deserve anything less than the best I can give them.
Space Jam is here, and the rush for Space Jam Plush is on at McDonald's. Get Bugs, Taz, and all the others before they're gone. Just $2.99 each when you buy any McDonald's Deluxe or Large Sandwich. Only one place has Space Jam deals this plush.
McDonald's, Doc.
Now, with 50% more tender filet than before, McDonald's new Fish Filet Deluxe is sure to satisfy your grown-up needs and desires. For lunch. It's McDonald's with a grown-up taste.
This year, over 400,000 aluminum radiators will corrode and fail. But Prestone Antifreeze bonds with aluminum, forming the Prestone Zone of protection against corrosion. It's your car. Protect it in the Prestone Zone. And now there's a new Prestone Antifreeze with a new low-tox formula for an extra margin of safety around pets and wildlife. New Prestone Low-Tox. It's extra protection in the Prestone Zone.
Want to see a happy guy? Shaquille O'Neal, Jazz at the Lakers tonight. Both teams riding a 3-game win streak. Why is Shaq so happy? Nick the Quick feeding him with those alley-oops. Nick had 5 assists in the first quarter. Lakers had a big 6-point lead. Then Shaq working defense on the mailman. That's a jump, baby. Later in the first, Eddie Jones stripping Howard Isley. Eddie Jones with 2 hands. This game now at the half. The Lakers up by a deuce. Gail Goodrich having his number 25 retired in a big halftime ceremony. Shaq has 16. 14 came in the first quarter. Heat and the Grizz. It's a late third quarter score now, and the Heat with a 7-point lead in this game. Big Country led Vancouver with 9. Tim Hardaway a dozen. All right, more coming up on the Nike halftime report at the break. It's the Bulls 62-47 and doing the damage for the Bulls.
62-47 our score. The Bulls lead the Suns at halftime. Dick Versace is standing by with Suns coach Danny Ainge.
All right, Dan, actually, you look like you're playing a little bit different basketball, and maybe you are somewhat happy even though you're down.
I think this is a step backwards defensively, Dick. We gave up too many easy baskets. Pippen on the lobs, Jordan on the lobs. You know, that was one thing we didn't want to do. Finley's done a pretty good job of defending Jordan and forcing him. He's made some great shots. Scottie Pippen's shooting the ball extremely well. But the rebounds and the lobs are a little bit of a disappointment. Our offense was good up until about the last 6 minutes of the first half.
Well, you know, you tried to pressure and they back cut you, but they're famous for it. But the offensive rebounding is hurting you. They got 12.
Right, that is killing us. We're going to go with a bigger lineup the second half. We're tired of getting mud thrown in our faces half, and then we're going to go with AC, Danny Manning, and Joe Klein up front, and see if we can combat that.
All right, Danny.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, back to Chip and Reggie.
All right, Versace, thank you very much. 62-47 our score. Bulls with the most points they've scored in a half so far this year. A little surprised at Danny Ainge's reaction to the way the Suns played defensively in the first two periods.
I think that they're in the hunt. I mean, the team very well could be down by 25 or 30, but they're getting some fast break opportunities and really staying in the mix of this basketball game. And I think that's just extremely important.
Well, Chicago, no surprise. Quick start for them. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, the story offensively.
Well, I tell you what, Michael Jordan hitting from the perimeter, Scottie Pippen going to the bucket. There's so many ways that they can score, looking at each other, giving eye contact. I mean, you know, to the greatest players in the game. What do you expect?
That's why they're 10-0. Pippen and Jordan accounting for 43 of the Chicago points. The rest of the team 19-7 out of 21 from the field. The bright spot for Phoenix, Michael Finley, both offensively and defensively, as Danny Ainge mentioned.
Well, Michael Finley playing some very nice defense on Michael Jordan. Really nice. Now, watching, the Bulls have gotten some serious back doors off this team, but Michael keeps his body between the basket and the man, and then when Michael receives the ball, look at his footwork. Doesn't let Michael split him, makes him give it up. Nice defense. Offense has been great, too. I think he's got something like 17.
First half numbers with the Bulls up 15. Chicago 50% from the field. But again, without Pippen and Jordan scoring, the rest of their team just 7 for 21 from the field. But the big story, too, rebounding. Chicago killing the Suns on the glass.
Well, I tell you what, this is one of the reasons why Danny's coming out with a bigger lineup. But I tell you, this is the quarter that Danny has to be very afraid of, because the Chicago Bulls have been just killing people in the start of the third period. And that's a veteran move, because I know they go in there saying, hey, we can beat these guys basically anytime we want. But I sure would like to have the fourth quarter off.
And there you see it, how the Bulls have dominated in the third quarter. Just drilling the opposition. So the Suns really have their work cut out for them, especially in the first 4 or 5 minutes of this period. They're down 15 already. They start with Finley and with Danny Manning, and finally knocks down the first shot he takes here in the second half. Manning with 10 points.
Well, that's one way they can come back. The Chicago Bulls having a great third quarter, only shooting 39% for the half. If they can come back and hit some shots, they can even cut this margin closer.
62-49, Chicago the ball. And Michael open against Klein, took the three and missed it.
I'm very surprised that Michael didn't clear out with Joe Klein guarding him. There's no chance to guard Michael Jordan out there. Did I say no chance?
You did.
Oh, thank you.
But the Suns glad he took the three. 10 to shoot now for Sam Cassell. Again, playing with the flu. Quick firing three. Can't hit off the iron. Rodman lost the rebound out of bounds. Dennis Rodman, second leading rebounder in the league. Charles Barkley, who used to play here, of course, in Phoenix, #1. Dennis said if Charles wins the rebounding title, I guess he has to wear the dress now.
Hey, Dennis.
I'd pay money to see that.
You know, Charles would do it just for a gag, too.
Finley knocked away by Harper. There's some great defense from Ron. And now Scottie Pippen runs the show right wing.
Well, this is where you have to be very careful. The Suns hit a nice shot in the beginning, then they come down and cast up a couple, and then they don't get a shot. That's how the Chicago Bulls get in the flow of the game.
Mismatch, Jordan and Cassell. Michael with 24. Season high, of course, 50. Put that on Miami earlier this year. I mean, Chicago, really a team, I think, Reggie, just looking for a couple of good games. Miami gave them one this year, but that's been about it. Well, fight for the loose ball. Joe Klein can't come up.
It's been interesting that, you know, they're really saying that, you know, it's like men playing against boys in some ways, because this team is so together. There's so much in the flow. with each other. They know what they're thinking. They know what business. They know how to take care of their business.
64-49. They have the lead. 2 minutes gone by third quarter. Joe Klein on the drive. Big Joe rejected by Pippen, who promptly throws it away.
Joe's asking for a goaltending.
Don't think he's going to get it.
No, that ball was 3 feet from the basket when he blocked it.
Finley feeds Klein. 19-foot jumper for Joe. Won't go. Harper takes away one of Dennis Rodman's rebounds and heads the other way.
Well, see, this is how the Chicago Bulls comes at it. They stay within their game plan. Right now, the Suns are playing a different ball game, and it might have a lot to do with the larger lineup.
Jordan misfires there. Must be fun to play for a team that you come on, play 7 or 8 good minutes, and you win the ball game. You don't have to go 48 each and every night. Chicago's certainly capable of doing that.
I know before the game, Ron Harper was telling me he just loves the fact that he never has to play an enormous amount of minutes.
Finley can't hit. Rebound, Joe Klein. That's a rare offensive rebound. And Cassell with a second chance knocks down the three. Well, again, you got to credit the Suns' effort. They're hanging in here, making the Bulls work. That says something all by itself.
Well, right now, they're relegating their game to jump shots. In the first half, they were taking it to the hole quite a bit. You can work for you if it's going in, but if they start missing, the Bulls will be off and running.
Now it's Pippen against Klein. Second time Joe Klein's been caught facing either Michael Jordan or Scottie Pippen. Scottie knocks down the three.
AC Green and Rodman locked up a little bit underneath the basket, and the referee has to call the double foul. As you watch Scottie Pippen shoot this basketball underneath, you see Rodman and AC going at it a little bit. Let the two power forwards push a little bit. It's not going to hurt anything, but because of Rodman's reputation, you know, they really have to keep control of that situation.
Double foul, 66-52. Suns with the ball trailing. Ron Harper is guilty of his third personal foul. Phil Jackson, hey, I haven't seen a foul yet against Ron Harper. That's his third. Phil Jackson's still a very intense man, intense coach of the Chicago team. I wonder what kind of pressure he must be feeling as the Chicago team tries to eclipse their mark of 72 wins in another championship.
I have to believe he feels no pressure because this team is really doing their thing. They're not lagging. He doesn't have to motivate this team. They come out and they know what to do.
Nice creation by Cassell. Tap, Danny Manning. Ball bounced almost on top of the backboard and right to Manning, who now has an even dozen. 66-54, Phoenix down 12. You just get the sense if Phoenix could score 2 or 3 baskets in a row, that would get the crowd involved here. But right now, Chicago won't let them do it. Harper takes the three. Can't hit. Joe Klein fighting with rebound, and they tumble to the floor. And now Joe Klein and Rodman have words. Danny Ainge tries to keep him at bay, so does official Bill Oakes.
Rodman don't want no parts of Joe. That's corn-fed there. You don't want no parts of that.
And Klein called for the foul. That's his third.
And that's where it really upsets you because Joe's called for this foul, but Dennis really had him by the arm and threw him to the ground. Dennis Rodman is notorious for making guys crazy by doing things like this.
There it was. Jordan travels.
Michael Finley really using his footwork.
And now Billy Oakes has called a technical foul here. Let's see who he rings up. Is it Rodman? I believe so, yes. No, excuse me, it's AC Green who's called for the technical foul.
And that was the other guy that Rodman tangled up with under the basket. Now, I said earlier, that's why the referee has to call that kind of stuff. It may seem and appear to be a little bit ticky-tackish, but under these circumstances, when you're dealing with Dennis Rodman, you have to grab a handle of it early.
Jordan, that's about all he's missed tonight. He has 24. 66-54, so Green a technical foul in the game. Rex Chapman won as well for the Suns. 7:37 to play in the period.
Chip, I think that's another indication that this Phoenix Suns team is in this ball game physically and mentally. They're not going to lay down.
Steve Kerr with the bump. And Steve Kerr called for his second. And the second team foul. Nash in for Cassell. Steve Nash, terrific first half for this Phoenix team. 4 points, 4 assists in his 7 minutes. A real spark for Phoenix off the bench.
Making things happen, just hustling all over the floor.
Joe Klein wants to hit Finley, cannot. Danny Manning tried to cut, was tripped. Scottie Pippen holding his left knee. Wonder if he banged knees with Klein. He's slow to get up.
Phoenix Suns giving the Chicago Bulls a little bit of their own medicine. Nice backdoor cut, and right there you saw Danny Manning and Scottie Pippen bang knees. Watch right about there. Boom! Ooh, that hurts. If any of you have ever had that happen, it don't feel so good.
Yeah, Manning even had a pad on his knee and still sent Pippen sprawling to the hardwood here.
You know, one of those kind of pains, it's really intense in the first, 30 or 40 seconds, and it sort of dissipates after a while, but it does hurt. And believe me, it'll hurt worse tomorrow.
I'm sure it will. Bulls will head on up to Denver and take on the Nuggets in the next ball game. Finley tried to inbound, throw it off Rodman, a 5-second violation against Phoenix.
Well, Finley trying to throw it off Rodman's backside, but probably should have burned his 20 seconds on that just to maintain possession of the basketball. You gotta value that basketball.
Bulls by 12, can't shake the Suns yet. Steve Kerr open, can't hit, back iron, Longley taps, Nash fouls Jordan. And that's 4 on Nash. Well, you gotta admire the hustle, but any contact against Michael is gonna end you up in some trouble. 7:09 to play, third quarter here in Phoenix. Dick Versace, Reggie Theus, Chip Carey, and our entire TBS crew tonight from America West. Here's Scottie. Line drive free, good. 26.
Very nice executed play. Steve Kerr on the short curl, dropping it back to Scottie in the corner. Sweet, very nice play.
Make it 28 for Scottie Pippen.
Oh, yeah!
And Steve Nash once again.
Steve Nash with the baby crossover down the middle. And you're talking about possibly borderline carrying. That was it.
Luke Longley commits the foul. The Bulls turn it over. Steve Nash again providing a spark to this Phoenix ball club.
Watch right here. Whoa! That, I think, might have been constituted as a carry.
Chicago boys sitting up here in the stands. I'm here with Jerry Colangelo. You have had the Midas touch out here. Things are going poorly right now. Can you have the Midas touch again? Can you get this team righted, and how long will it take?
Dick, right now we're at an all-time low. We've had the worst start ever, and we didn't anticipate this, but we think we can put some pieces back together. It may take us a little bit of time, but that's life in the NBA. You have to take the bad times with the good.
Okay, how about before the trading deadline? We're hearing things about you may possibly trade Danny Manning for Sean Bradley. Is there anything to that?
Well, first of all, we're going to be the leader in the clubhouse in free agency this coming off season. We don't want to do anything to jeopardize that opportunity. We'll have a lot of money under the cap. But if we can make the kind of trade long term that makes sense for us, we'll do it.
Happy birthday.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, back to Reggie and the Chipper.
All right, Versace, thank you very much. 6:16 left in our third quarter. Bulls up 69-58. Jordan the miss. Klein taps. Nash saves the ball. So the Suns come back. Chance to get this thing under 10 points. Halfway through the third quarter, Nash and Kerr go to work. Steve gave it up to Klein. Whips it over to Finley against Jordan. Michael drives against Michael. Jordan swats it away. 7 to shoot. Finley following jumper. No, won't go. And a loose ball foul stays here. Klein gets the whistle.
Yeah, Mike got away with a little one there.
Time to take a look, Reggie, at tonight's GMC scoreboard.
Well, I thought Michael Jordan might have got away with a little touch there as you look at the GMC scoreboard.
Clippers knock off the Spurs. Miami clubbing Vancouver in the fourth quarter. Utah over the Lakers. Boy, big loss of Cedric Ceballos for Los Angeles. Don't forget to stay tuned for CNN Sports Late Night coming up 1:30 Eastern Time. Chicago ball. Suns misfire after drawing the foul. 69-58 is your score. 5:40 to play in our third quarter. Kukoc is back for Jordan. Luke Longley now with 4 personals for the Bulls. Keep an eye on that. Steve Kerr against Nash. Kukoc open, fires, and he knocks down another. Boy, you get Jordan out of the game, and he's red hot, and then Kukoc comes in and buries the jump shot. Suns holding their own on the glass. That's allowed them to stay close here in the third. But offensively, they haven't been able to put together a string of 2 or 3 baskets in a row. 8 to shoot now for Nash. Keeps the dribble alive. Drives on Wennington. Fires up a prayer, not answered. Out of bounds off of Michael Finley. Bulls ball. And Chucky Brown will enter the game for Phoenix.
Look how scrappy Nash is. Going to the bucket with the left hand. Really makes a nice effort. But look at grabbing Whittington's back, his jersey, pushing. You can't move him.
Plays like a hockey player, doesn't he, Mr. Nash? Tough guy. 4:50 to play as Pippen operates. That's hard.
I thought he was a hockey player.
Well, does that too. Rodman, another offensive rebound. Pippen now, the 3 hits that. And another double foul is going to be called. Green and Rodman tangle again at 4:41.
See, once you start that stuff, then the referees are keeping an eye on it. They're not going to let them get away with anything down there. Rodman and AC Green going at it again, and not a whole lot of pushing and hugging. They got locked up. But of course, the referees really want to pay attention to that type of stuff with Rodman involved.
Biggest Bulls lead, 16 points, as Chucky Brown comes in firing. Brown started every game last year for the Houston Rockets. Playing in his 8th game this year for the Suns. None of them starts. Out of NC State is Chucky Brown. 4:14 to play. Kukoc, that's hard. Green and Nash converge for the rebound. Rodman challenges everything. And back they head the other way. 4 minutes to play in the quarter. Nash spins, floats it up. That's short. Tap try Manning once, twice, yes.
Danny Manning doing a great job on the offensive board. I mean, he averages almost 8 boards a game and 2 in this last 4 or 5 minutes on the offensive. That's very nice, Danny Manning.
Again, the Suns hanging around here. Steve Kerr will force, and he'll hit. Steve Kerr has been hotter than a $5 pistol lately for the Bulls.
Steve Kerr says, Nash is taking me every time he gets a chance. I got a little bit of offense.
Does he ever? Kerr, a terrific 3-point shooter. Chucky Brown tried to hit Finley. Threw it right to Kukoc. Suns with 10 turnovers. Pippen, not this time. Long rebound. Was Wennington held, or did he do the pushing? It's on Wennington, and the Bulls over the limit. So Big Bill Wennington guilty of his first personal foul of the game. Bulls normally blowing people out in the third quarter. So far, Phoenix has more than held their own. Jordan resting.
Well, Phoenix came out and changed their game up a little bit, Chip. Putting a little bit bigger lineup in there. Nash making some things happen. Manning on the board. And right now, the Suns are shooting a little bit better percentage, and that really hurt them in the first half. Right now, they're playing some strong basketball and doing it on both ends of the floor.
Danny Manning, of course, has been an oft-injured player last couple of years. Coming back from that torn ACL in his left knee, signed to a big money contract by the Suns. A great show of faith by Jerry Colangelo in Danny Manning. Another foul stops the clock again. Suns go to their bench again. And Ben Davis, 6'9" rookie out of Arizona. We'll see action in his 3rd NBA game here tonight. Danny Manning has a seat. Chucky Brown picks up the foul. 3:09 to go, third quarter. Jordan dishes to Kerr. Wide open 3. He drills it. So Kerr knocks down his first 3-pointer of the game. Bulls by 15, 79-64. Nash coughs it up again.
Well, the big lineup that Danny was talking about has really been helping the Phoenix Suns. Right now, a little change in the rebounding. Phoenix Suns 10-5 on the rebounding scale right now.
Jordan against Nash. Fall away. All bottom for Michael Jordan. He's got 26. He and Pippen have been awesome tonight. 57 points for Pippen and Jordan. The Bulls, 81-64 leaders.
Carry the ball, Billy.
Here's Green. Now Michael Finley. In it goes to Davis. He'll fire quickly. Good rotation.
Nice looking jump shot on the baseline. A little bit of a step back. The Suns moving the ball around pretty nice.
Well, Danny Ainge said it's an evaluation process. Rodman hammered hard by Chucky Brown. He's using just about everybody on his roster. In fact, he has used everybody on his roster so far. Timeout on the floor. It's charged to the Bulls. 2:03 left in the third. Chicago 81, Suns 66. What would you say Dennis Rodman's hair color is now, Reggie? I mean, it's kind of a quiet hue for Dennis Rodman
I
right
think
now.
it's a rust color, or maybe a rusty color. A rusty blonde color.
What was, I mean, what was your favorite shade? I mean, when he was in all of his splendor.
I have none.
I kind of like the lime green myself. You know, it was a good look.
I think I guess whatever shows up best on television.
Yeah, well, that certainly did. Great game for Rodman again.
Actually, I think he likes himself as a blonde.
The key word, I think, himself.
Exactly.
No 2:03 to play here in the third quarter. Jordan and Nash chuckling as Dennis Rodman toes the stripe. Barkley leads the league in rebounding. Dennis Rodman second. Jason Williams of the Nets third. As we told you earlier, Dennis and Barkley got into a little bit of a war of words earlier this week. And Rodman said, if Barkley wants the rebounding title, he can have it, but he's got to wear the dress, too.
And Barkley, he said that I love messing with Dennis. Dennis said, if he can do this in February, I'll be impressed.
Under 2 minutes now here in the third quarter. Nash. Oh, great move by Nash. He just slithered through and laid it in with the left hand.
Keeping his body in motion and using the left hand. This kid's having a whale of a basketball game.
Bill Wennington. Now the Bulls run the triangle now. Here's Michael. Catches, tries to cut. Tongue dangling. Fall away. Great defense by Finley.
That's about the fourth time that Michael Finley has played great body position on Michael Jordan, making him do something different with the basketball.
Nash found Brown and finds AC Green. Sets, fires from 18 feet and he hits.
And when you play good defense on one end and come back and get a nice bucket by AC Green on the other end, Danny has to be pretty happy where his team is hustling and staying in this ball game.
12-point game now. You keep it around 10, head to the fourth and take your chances, especially at home. Rodman out-hustles the Suns and comes up loose ball, 15 rebounds. And now the hand check foul against Nash, and that really hurts. That is number 5.
Steve Nash, look at him keeping his body in motion, going around 2 or 3 guys, and little half windmill off the glass.
Steve Kerr shoots the deuce now for the Suns. Nash will have to check out. Sam Cassell will come back. He got off to a good start early. 7 points for Cassell in the first quarter. He's been playing somewhat sporadically in the game, again coming back from the flu.
Well, Sam is their go-to guy right now, and you know, he knows he's playing some good basketball, but he said, Reggie, I can't lead this team in scoring. That is a great indication that we're having some problems. Meach playing point guard and scoring 19 a game.
But he's a guy who has gotten better each and every year. Steve Kerr knocks down both free throws. Kerr now with 8. 84-70. You see the time left in the third here in Phoenix. The one and only visit by the Bulls. Chucky Brown trips up Steve Kerr. Well, big week of basketball again on Turner Sports. Friday on TNT, the Sixers and the Bullets play. Boy, Allen Iverson, what a player he is for Philadelphia. Tuesday night, it's the Blazers and the Rockets. Hope Hakeem Olajuwon will be back for Houston. Then Wednesday on TBS, a doubleheader. Game 1 has the Celtics hosting the Lakers. Game 2, Pat Riley, Alonzo Mourning, and the Miami Heat take on the much-improved Los Angeles Clippers, led by Bill Fitch in Los Angeles. Clippers 6-4 now on the year. They won again tonight. They beat San Antonio 93-81. Boy, Bill Fitch, wherever he has gone, he has built winners. And he's doing it without Brian Williams, who's continuing to hold out.
Well, Bill has changed a lot over the years. I had him on one of my last years in the NBA.
Bang! Jordan hits again.
Taking the contact and finishing it. But Bill has changed over the years. He used to be a real hardcore coach, a hard guy to deal with, and he's eased up and he's conformed to the 90s players, and the Clippers are responding.
Chucky Brown picked up the foul. Watch the move by Jordan.
Michael Jordan going to a strong side, and the contact comes early, and Michael, being the veteran he is, doesn't put the ball right there. The contact comes, doesn't put the ball back down to the floor, so that means it is continuation, concentration, follow through, bucket.
And the three-point play, 29 for Michael Jordan. It seems almost effortless. Seems almost effortless for the Bulls, who build a 17-point lead now. Moments ago, it was 12, and the Suns had the ball. 30 seconds left. Cassell stripped by Kerr, out of bounds off Steve's foot. 11 to shoot, Phoenix ball.
Well, under most circumstances, you would say that this is a semi-blowout, but under these circumstances, the way the Phoenix Suns had been playing and the possibility that this could have been a 30-point ball game, I like what's happening right now. Danny has to be happy about it also.
Cassell finds Chucky Brown, and he's out. But you know, as a player, broadcasters and fans talk about moral victories.
Yeah.
Players get tired of moral victories. They want the ones that count.
Well, you know, that is exactly the truth. But, you know, when you're struggling, you're 0-9, coming against playing the best team in the league, you're looking for something positive to talk to your team back tomorrow at practice. And there's several things that Danny can come into the locker room after this game and talk about.
It doesn't get any easier for the Suns. They're in Houston, then home against Miami. Those are their next two ball games. Jordan, not this time. Ball deflected to Cassell. Final shot chance for the Suns. Sam steps into a three. That's good if it goes, but it's off the backboard, then off the iron.
And one thing that they can be proud of, they played Michael Jordan pretty much straight up the entire basketball game.
And, well, Michael's still gotten 29 in 30 minutes, but the Suns, well, they still have an outside shot. We head to the fourth. It's 87-70 Chicago.
Takes a couple practice swings. Steps up with a lot of confidence. Total concentration in his eyes. He needs this putt. Sets his feet. Feels really confident. And
Chicago 87, the Suns 70. Despite the 17-point deficit and despite an 0-9 start, the Suns' AC Green says, hey, one win can make a difference, and he feels the Suns have been very close several times in the young year.
Honestly, we're so close, and the last, I would say, 4 games, we have been right there. We've been playing the kind of basketball that we need, aggressive, very assertive, moving the ball around. No one's pouting. We're playing and we're taking it to teams, but we haven't got over that hump. And for whatever the reason, we've had those little breakdowns in our arsenal, and that's really where teams have taken advantage of us.
Well, Reggie, you look at the numbers. The Suns have only 3 losses this year by 5 or fewer points. They've been blown out a lot, but you can see what AC's talking about. They play very hard, right, and they have some pieces to the puzzle, but they're lacking some other things, and it's very, very noticeable.
Well, I think Danny said it starts with attitude, and they've had 3 or 4 great practices here lately, and he's really been happy with their effort.
Tough schedule coming up for Phoenix, and as we head to the fourth quarter, Michael Jordan just keeps on cooking. He's got 31 points. Biggest Chicago lead now, 89-70 is the lead.
And Michael's had it pretty easy tonight, mainly because the Phoenix Suns they've elected to play Michael straight up without many double teams. And you know that is a no-no when you're dealing with Michael Jordan.
Jordan, the block on Davis. Out of bounds, it'll be Suns ball. Dick Versace, you have an update for us.
I was just in the Phoenix Suns huddle, and Danny Ainge was talking about, you know, keep your organization. You know, the old football coach Bear Bryant said organization is the key to success. He feels his team is breaking down a little bit. Very good advice. Keep your organization. Back to you guys.
Dick, you're so right. It's keep your head in the basketball game and deal with your game plan. Play smart.
Jordan finds Kukoc. Back to Michael. He's trying to involve everybody else. Nobody wants to shoot the ball, and he's shaking his head. Now 9 to shoot. Here's Pippen. Bounce pass to Michael. He'll pull up. Toe on the line. He'll take 2 more. and run right past Danny Ainge.
And they got that shot with 4 seconds on the shot clock because they exhaust every option in that triangle offense.
Rex Chapman finds Horry, can't buy a bucket, missed the layup. Here comes Pippen on the run. He'll pull off the three, it's short. And person rebounds. Rex Chapman, as a member of the Miami Heat, once put 39 on Michael Jordan and the Bulls. No such luck tonight for Rex. He drew an early technical foul and has not played many minutes tonight.
Watch this on the high pick. Michael on the semi-back door. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Pulls up just in front of the three-point line. Picture perfect.
Well, the Bulls starting off this long 7-game road trip in fantastic style. They go to Denver, Utah, the Clippers, Dallas, San Antonio, and then Milwaukee before heading home. Bulls, in case you wondered, they can keep their undefeated streak alive. They have gone undefeated on the Western swing 1 time since joining the Eastern Conference back in 1980. That was back in 1991 and 92. Last year they went 6-1 on the swing, and again that only loss coming here in Phoenix. That Bulls-Utah game should be a dandy. Bulls on the run again. Pippen lobs to Kukoc. Couldn't dunk it, but he did lay it in.
Oh, he gave him 2 looks. He gave him the fake pass and then up in the air shot.
And now the Suns take the timeout as Chicago has run away here with 9:40 left in the ball game. Beautiful basketball by the Bulls as they have exploited every Phoenix weakness. We'll be right back.
Bring you up to speed on the Jazz and the Lakers at the Great Western Forum, where Karl Malone has just taken over in the third quarter, scoring 10 straight for the Jazz and 19 in the third quarter alone. He has 29 in the game. The mailman with the big delivery there, and it is the Jazz 80-69 now after 3 quarters at the Great Western Forum. Let's send it back to Phoenix.
Okay, Vince, thank you very much. Bit of a surprise there. Rex Chapman just hit a 3 for the Suns, and now Scottie Pippen answers with a chance for 3 the hard way.
You know what's nice about Scottie? Normally off of that particular play, he goes for the one-hand tomahawk over the defense. He saw the conversion right here. Watch the back door. Normally he's going for the jam, but he knows what's happening. He can use his left hand. Very versatile player.
Scottie Pippen.
You know,
34, a season high tonight.
Chip, I was just checking the stats. You know, Michael Jordan's been averaging about 34 minutes a game. He's played a little bit more than 31 right now. He may be going to take a seat with the score the way it is right now pretty soon.
Person back to work. Kukoc got a piece. Loose ball. It's grabbed by Michael Jordan. They're just smiling right now. I mean, it's a clinic. Men against boys. Rodman changed it up. Shot hit under the iron.
Oh, that's called, I don't want to get my shot blocked.
And Davis fouled by Michael. 8:42 to play in the ball game. Time to take a look at our McDonald's game reset. Yeah, it's been all Michael Jordan and the Bulls tonight. A lot of things to laugh about. Chicago outscored the Suns big in the first quarter. Pippen and Jordan have dominated. Dennis Rodman on the glass. Although despite the score of the Suns, can take some positives out of this game. Play of Nash. One terrific thing, their point guard play all night long was pretty good, as a matter of fact.
Well, I mean, of course, Danny has to have something to say when he gets to the locker room. So coaches are always looking for something positive, and he has a few things that he can say tonight.
Kukoc. Rebound to AC Green. And the Suns take on the Rockets next. The Bulls take on Denver next. Davis. Oh, Jordan, the rejection. He thought he got all ball, and look at Michael.
Well, it was close. Michael Jordan playing behind, oh yeah. Right there, you saw the hand contact. Davis just got a shot blocked by Michael Jordan. He's happy.
Oh, absolutely.
Young fella, right?
Yes, absolutely.
He said, Mom, did you see me?
I got to ask you about the Chicago. Are the Bulls this good and the rest of the league this weak, or is it a combination of both?
Yes. And yeah, no, I think it's a combination of a lot of things. Chicago Bulls, you know, having 5 returning starters, you know, the maturity level, the guys in sync with each other, and they're really picking up where they left off and knowing how to take care of their business. And even when they've not played great basketball, they still have come up with some good wins. The rest of the league is struggling in a lot of different areas. So they're taking total advantage.
I thought an interesting comment Michael Jordan made in an earlier game here on Turner Sports. I believe Chuck Daly asked him the question. He said, what other hills are there left for you to climb, as he goes to the left-handed hook? He said, we haven't played the perfect season yet. That's why a lot of folks say, hey, maybe they think they can win 82 ball games.
Well, I know. Hey, Dick, I know you were saying earlier that it's only 10 more wins than they won last year.
Well, guys, at lunchtime, when I was talking about all the calls I'm getting from across the country asking, can this team go 82-0, I just laughed, but you seem to be taking it seriously.
Well, I mean, just the fact that you brought it up is making me wonder. Of course, we know it's pretty impossible just from injuries alone, you know, to guys and what they do toward the end of the season. But it is something to think about.
Well, Reggie, let me bring up your own point. It's only 10 more wins than they won last year. Not bad.
That's scary. I mean, I thought it was interesting, Dick, we were talking to Steve Kerr before the ball game. He's one of the Bulls' unofficial spokesmen. I said, are you guys better than you were last year? He said, there's no question we're better than we were last year. And as you know, that's a team that won 72 ball games. The only question is, how much better can you be?
Well, just basically from a maturity level and just being together, that makes you better. Winning a couple of championships and then understanding how to win is another great factor.
Person open. Jordan's night, it would appear, is concluded. Michael Jordan for the Bulls leaves with 37 points, 16 of 29 from the field, and he did it, Reggie, in 35 minutes.
I told you, he's been playing 34.5, and he went out right on cue. Michael Jordan getting some great rest for his 34-year-old body toward the end of the season. He's going to be very fresh if they keep this up.
Pippen has 37. In case you wondered, his career high is 43. And we have 6:40 left in the ball game. Wonder how long he'll stay in the game. Judd Bushler's up now.
The thing I love about what Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan did tonight, even though they had big numbers, they did it in the flow of the offense. Nothing really one-on-one or total isolation. They did it off the triangle. They did it in the post, on the break, just really all over the floor.
6:18 left. Phoenix had the ball. Person lost it. Pippen got it back, but was out of bounds. Judd Bushler is going to check in now for Scottie Pippen. Boy, what a deadly duo they were tonight, Dick. Scottie Pippen, 37, 15 of 23 from the field, 8 rebounds, 7 assists in his 36 minutes.
Well, Chip, Danny Ainge is going to have some serious problems as this losing streak goes on. They talked about they just need one win. I talked to AC Green. He said, we just need one win just to get in the column and kind of get the monkey off her back. It's going to be a huge problem for Danny if this continues.
Well, what about the fact that, you know, the Suns have come out and put forth a pretty good effort tonight and showing some things. I know you told me that one of the things that coaches look to do is to have something positive to say when they go in the locker room.
Yeah, well, I think the only positive thing he can say right now is what time practice starts tomorrow.
Amen to that. Jason Caffey, a chance for a three-point play. You know, Dick, as a coach, you've been through the coaching aspect of this before. How long until you run out of talking about moral victories? How long do players continue to buy into that? Although this is just the second game for Danny Ainge as the coach.
Well, Chip, that's part of what I alluded to. Not just the losing streak, but the fact that, you know, you don't seem to be able to find an answer. And they always look at you, the players look at you like you must provide the answer. Sometimes you have to look right back at them and say, hey, make some baskets, get some rebounds, play some defense, you provide the answer.
So far, the Suns haven't done that tonight. 105-84. Another sellout crowd for the Suns heads home a bit unhappy tonight. We still have 5:25 left in the ball game. Joe Klein, nice pump fake, drew the foul on Caffey, and Big Joe out of Slater mode is going to get to the line. Jason Caffey commits his first personal foul. Boy, it's amazing how quickly the mighty have fallen, Reggie, and Dick, how quickly and how differently these teams' fortunes have gone. Bulls and Suns met in the 1993 NBA Finals. The Bulls, of course, won the championship last year. Suns only have KJ, Kevin Johnson, on this team from that 1993 Western Conference Championship club.
And if they can ever get him back in uniform for any extended period of time, get Hot Rod back in uniform, Danny says he's really looking for the season to start around December 4th when his two guns come back and play for him.
5:10 left. Steve Kerr operates for the Bulls, originally a second-round draft pick. Here in Phoenix, he has found a home in Chicago. At that time, shot wouldn't fall for him. Rex Chapman brings it down for Phoenix. We have a lot of free agents, as you heard Jerry Colangelo say earlier with Dick. They're going to have a lot of money to spend at the end of the season, but it certainly is going to be a trying year for Danny Ainge, his players, the front office, and these fans here in Phoenix. Well, friends, this Saturday at 10 o'clock, join us here on TBS for the NASCAR Suzuka Thunder Special 100, a demonstration race held in Japan. On those scheduled to race are Winston Cup champion Terry Labonte, as well as Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt, and Rusty Wallace. The Suzuka Thunder Special 100 this Saturday at 10 o'clock p.m. Sure hope those guys don't have to pay for their own gas over there in Japan. That stuff's expensive over there. Just got back with the magic, man.
So is hamburgers.
Oh. Went to a hamburger chain over in Japan. Some friends of mine ordered 4 or 5 orders of fries, a couple of soft drinks.
Let me guess.
$29.
I was going to say 35.
You got to carry Reggie Theus-Iron around to afford to eat over in Japan, folks.
Oh, yeah. That's sure.
4:40 left. 106-85. Chicago on their way to their 11th consecutive victory to open the season. And what I think is most impressive about Chicago's effort tonight, despite what Phoenix tried to accomplish, Reggie, they make it look so easy.
They handle their business. I know before the game started, you know, I hang out with Scotty and Michael quite often, and I was looking for the guys to come over and say, "What's up, Reggie? How you doing?" They had the game faces on. It wasn't a team that looked like they had a 10-0 record coming into this game, playing a team with 0-9 record. They know how to take care of their business, and they're not letting their good fortunes go to heart.
Officials letting this thing go now with 4 minutes left. Robert Horry hands off to Chucky Brown. He'll stuff it home. And Chucky Brown gets the basket on the Horry assist. What is wrong with Robert Horry? We talked about him not being comfortable here in Phoenix. Another disappointing night for Horry here tonight. Just 6 points in his 25 minutes and only 4 boards.
Well, you know, Robert Horry is going to have to get used to playing without Akeem Olajuwon. Robert Horry basically is a secondary scorer. He's not a guy that's going to carry you offensively with moves like that consistently, but he's a guy that spots up and plays off of people. Phoenix Suns really don't have anyone to play off of. Talking about looking for people to draw double teams. Right there, he's showing some nice agility, soft one off the glass, but that's the kind of offense that they're looking for him to have every night.
He's averaging 8. He has 8 tonight. Does Robert Horry.
And a weak 8.
Right. I mean, very quiet.
Yeah, very quiet, not really doing anything. Robert Horry with the Houston Rockets. You see him shooting threes, coming across with long arm slam dunks.
Oh, you were traded as a player. Does that play that big a role? Is it a heartbreak issue for Robert Horry? I mean, after all, they tried to trade him before for Sean Elliott.
It's a very difficult thing. Even when you want the trade, you have to deal with the fact that somebody else didn't want you. And it does play on a player's mind, and it does take a little time to adjust to a new climate, to adjust to a new surroundings, eating different restaurants. You know, you just don't have your home court no more.
Well, if there is a bright spot for the Suns, they do have a shot at breaking the century mark for the first time this year. There you have 92 with 2:40 left. Rex Chapman gets the lay-in. Rex Chapman with 5 fourth-quarter points. Started last time out against the Lakers and delivered 17 and 7 boards. But Rex taken out of his offense and out of his game early, drawing a technical foul, trying to check Michael Jordan. Steve Kerr hits the 3, and the fans here applaud Steve Kerr. All they had to do was chant like they used to, and he'd hit the 3. One side of the gym would yell Steve, the other would yell Kerr. Timeout Phoenix with 2:12 left. It's 109-94 here in the 4th on TBS.
You don't feel as one and you don't feel as invincible. You are one and you are invincible. And when you see that, you're not going to beat that team.
Ask your cable or satellite provider about CNN-SI, their sports news network.
Well, Reggie, Michael Jordan's not the only two-sport star playing here tonight in Phoenix.
And this is tough.
That's Steve Nash, the Canadian. For the Suns, he might have to lace him up for the Phoenix Coyotes. Nifty-looking slap shot there through the 5-hole.
Showing his sure-footedness. I had the opportunity once to go to a Blackhawk game and do that, hitting it through the thing. I fell on my butt so hard in front of 18,000 people.
That was probably the worst part of it, too. You know, NHL goalies probably wish that puck was as big as a basketball when it's coming at them. Make it a little easier to stop. 109-94, Robert Horry. Of course, the Phoenix Coyotes playing NHL hockey in this building. Right across the street, they're building the new baseball stadium for the
at least
Arizona baseball team.
At least the basketball wouldn't fit in their mouth so easily.
Yeah, that's right.
Omar Keefe.
Under 2 minutes to play in the game. Randy Brown cut off, gives it to Tony Kukoc. Quietly has had a solid game off the bench. 11 points, 3 boards, 5 assists. Hasn't shot it all that well, however. Just 5 out of 13. Jason Cappy with the foul. Again, our menu for NBA action on Turner Sports. Friday night on TNT, the Bullets and 76ers collide from the US Air Arena. Tuesday on TNT, the Blazers and the Rockets battle. Hopefully Hakeem Olajuwon will be back from his heart scare. Then Wednesday on TBS, game 1 of a doubleheader. Lakers, led by Shaquille O'Neal, take on the Boston Celtics. Game 2 has the Miami Heat continuing their Western road swing, taking on the Los Angeles Clippers. Bulls 109, Phoenix 95. Zorri can't hit the second of 2. Suns need 5 points in the final minute and a half to break 100. They trail it by 14, a game that was not this close. Chicago led by 23 at one point. Randy Brown lays it in. Steve Nash.
That was a good effort by Chapman, but just too far under the basket for the referee to call foul.
Robert Horry dishes off to Chucky Brown. Chucky once scored 30 in a game with Cleveland against Orlando. That's his NBA high. 1:05 to go in the game. Bulls ball, and they're on their way to Denver to take on the Nuggets with an 11-game win streak to start the 96-97 campaign. Kukoc knocked away by Horry, and Robert picks up his second personal foul. Well, Reggie, you could make a case for either one of these guys for our Budweiser player of the game, but tonight Scottie Pippen gets it for his all-around game tonight. Pippen, 37 points, 8 boards, 7 assists, and he did that damage in just 36 minutes.
Well, you know, the way he does it all, that's what's so impressive about Scottie. He's so unselfish, taking it to the bucket, shooting the jumper. It's just it's a joy to even sit here and call a game with these guys on the court.
Chapman, high, arcing rainbow jumper, will not fall. Ball tapped back to Kukoc. Kerr couldn't handle it. Chapman has it now. Rex finds Horry. Back to Chapman. Rex can't hit. First try, does the second. Chapman has 7. Bulls 112, Phoenix 97, 30 seconds left. Chucky Brown tried to draw the whistle. That's not going to happen. That time he does. Stops the clock. So Kukoc pays the price. Chucky Brown tries to keep Phoenix's very, very faint hopes afloat.
No comment.
That's why he's one of the best analysts in the business. He says, hey, foul. If possible. 21.8 left.
That's
Tony
coach.
Kukoc. Thank you. The Suns 0-10 now. Their franchise record, the longest losing streak, is 12. That happened twice. Once in 1977, once in 1978. There's a chance it might happen again. Their next 2 games are against the Rockets and the Heat. Chapman can't make the play. It's knocked away by Kukoc. Then they go to Denver to play the Nuggets, and maybe their best chance for a win might come November 27th when New Jersey comes to Phoenix. Chucky Brown rebounds and stuffs.
I hear a couple of boo birds from the Phoenix fans, and I think that they want this team to score 100 points, and they're upset that they're not going to get a chance to do it again.
And that's the ball game. The Suns denied the century mark once again. They played hard, but too much Jordan, too much Pippen as they combined for 64 of Chicago's 113 points. The Bulls' rampage to start the season continues. They're 11-0. The Suns fall to 0-10. Dick Versace standing by with one of the bright spots for the Suns, rookie point guard Steve Nash.
Well, you had a few fouls, but you had almost as many assists. You had 6 assists in 16 minutes. What did Danny Ainge tell you at halftime?
Well, he just wanted us to come out there and limit transition baskets and the lobs. They were getting some lobs on us and some offensive rebounds. And we thought if we could have limited those, we would have been right in the ball game. Second half, we just didn't play as well, even though we limited those transition buckets.
Okay, what is he going to say to you after the game?
He's going to say, keep fighting. We can't get down now. It's too, I mean, what's the point of just folding the chance? Let's go out there and try to get a win tomorrow. I don't think the team's playing tomorrow. It gives us a little advantage than we normally would have, so we're just going to go out and have to play hard.
Steve, do you think this team is playing hard enough to win a game in the NBA?
I think we're improving in that area. I think that we're really practicing hard, which is an improvement, and we're really practicing harder and harder every day, competing. And I think it's a matter of time when we're going to be a better team and get the monkey off our back and just play better.
Good luck to you. You have a bright future.
Okay, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, back Reggie and my boy the Chipper.
All right, Dick, thank you very much. 113-99 the final score. The Bulls now 11-0. Scottie Pippen will join us right after this.
Drive me mad, glad, or come out and play gray. And your chills down my back, black, but nothing to do blue. Just wait till we get our hands on you. Can't wait. Whoa, I just can't wait. Just wait till we get our hands on you.
Can you believe what's possible these days? Travel arrangements right from your own computer. Instant stock quotes. All the things you find only on the world's most popular internet online service, now more affordable than ever. It's like living in the future. The future, now available on America Online.
For the very best in home entertainment, the place to go is Circuit City, where right now this RCA digital satellite system is just $199.97 after $200 cash back from DirecTV. Just sign up for 1 year of DirecTV's Total Choice programming, and the RCA DSS system is yours for only $199.97. Get more movies, more sports, more news, more channels than cable. And right now at Circuit City, you'll pay no interest for 12 months on any digital satellite system. Hurry into Circuit City today.
I can. I can. I can.
Well, there must be something wrong with the Bulls. They didn't win by 20 tonight. Just 113-99 the final score. Scottie Pippen joining yours truly, Chip Carey and Reggie Theus. Scottie, what can you say? You guys make it awfully easy again tonight.
Well, we did. I thought we came out in the first half and did a good job. This team came to Chicago, and they really worked pretty hard in the first half, and they really went in the first half with us down in Chicago. So we knew tonight they was going to come out with some confidence, but we were able to come back.
Scottie, you guys, what drives this team? I mean, there's a lot of ways you can come out and approach a basketball game, but you guys are just really strictly business.
Well, I think we're motivated by winning. I think we realize that, we're one of the best teams in the league, and it's fun to go out and have a good show on the road. We don't want to come out and embarrass ourselves realizing that this team hasn't won a game. We didn't want to be the victim.
I just love the way, you got Michael Jordan and yourself, big time scorers, but you really share the basketball. You play on both sides of the court, never really, relegating yourself to just one element of the basketball game.
Well, I feel like our basketball team is very unselfish. We move the ball, we allow Dennis to get his rebounds, and, it makes the game fun when everybody is just having fun.
Scottie, last year your Bulls team an NBA record, 72 wins. Talking to some of the guys before the game tonight, they say, hey, this is a better team than Chicago last year. Is that possible? And what does being better than 72 wins mean?
Well, I feel like we've got off to a good roll. You know, last season took us a little time to adjust, and right now we've kind of found that groove from last season and just kind of kept it rolling.
Great way to start a road trip. 6 more games to go. Can you guys roll the table on this trip?
Well, we want to take it one game at a time. We don't want to overlook anybody.
See, that's the veteran talking.
Yeah,
See, the veteran
I can't believe
team.
he comes away with the old sportscaster cliche. But great job, Scottie Pippen, tonight. Thanks for joining us. Bulls win it. 113-99, the final score. We'll take another break and be back to Phoenix for a wrap-up right after this.
Thanks, boss. I see you when it comes.
And now from Paris. From Milan, from St. Louis.
Introducing a new look from Budweiser. Born on dating. It's the day your Bud was born, because fresh beer tastes better.
Nice label.
Thanks.
Over the past 13 years, no other import manufacturer has sold as many sport utility vehicles as American Isuzu Motors. But hey, why stop at 13? Right now you can lease a 96 Trooper or Rodeo for some of the lowest prices of the year during the Isuzu Big Deal Clearance Event. The rugged, dependable, go-anywhere Isuzus.
Gravity by Foot Locker. Of all the laws of nature, you are my least favorite.
It's not your fault you exist, but gravity.
You are no friend of mine. You do not belong in my house, though you show up every morning. I defy you, Gravity. You are not my obstacle.
That grin you see, that's me knowing I will beat you.
If only for an instant. Even if it's just for an instant. Foot Locker, where it all begins and gravity ends.
We're back here in our Atlanta studios here on TBS, and just a reminder for you, Vince Giannini and Cheryl Miller back here, and coming up, the post-game show. Once we complete our coverage out in Phoenix, we have some sensational games for you tonight, including a double overtime affair in Washington, D.C. Sonics and the Bullets. One of the great plays of the year, Juwan Howard, the no-look to Chris Webber, who had a monster night, but was it enough to stop that 8-game win streak by the Seattle Supersonics? You have to stick around for the post-game show, but first, let's send you back out to Phoenix. Chip and Reggie to put a capper on the Bulls' 11th win. Guys?
Vince, thank you very much. Our final score again tonight from America West Arena. Bulls 113, Suns 99, Chicago 11-0, the Suns 0-10. Friday night on the NBA on TNT, the 76ers take on the Bullets at 8. Coming up next, Vince and Cheryl will recap the night in the NBA, followed by Stephen King's Graveyard Shift. For our producer, Scott Cockrell, our director, Dan Reagan, for Dick Versace, Reggie Theus, and our entire TBS crew, this is Chip Carey from Phoenix. Thanks for joining us. Till next time, so long, everybody.